Genesis 9. So God blessed Noah and his sons, and said to them, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth. And God blessed Noah and his sons, and said unto them, Be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be on every beast of the earth, on every bird of the air, on all that move on the earth, and on all the fish of the sea. They are given into your hand. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea, into your hand are they delivered. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. I have given you all things, even as the green herbs. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, even as the green herb have I given you all things. But you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is, its blood. But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. Surely for your lifeblood I will demand a reckoning, from the hand of every beast I will require it, and from the hand of man. From the hand of every man's brother I will require the life of man. And surely your blood of your lives will I require, at the hand of every beast will I require it, and at the hand of man, at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man. Whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood shall be shed, for in the image of God he made man. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed, for in the image of God made he man. And as for you, be fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply in it. And you, be ye fruitful, and multiply, bring forth abundantly in the earth, and multiply therein. Then God spoke to Noah and to his sons with him, saying, And God spake unto Noah, and to his sons with him, saying, And as for me, behold, I establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you. And I, behold, I establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you. And with every living creature that is with you, the birds, the cattle, and every beast of the earth with you, of all that go out of the ark, every beast of the earth. And with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the ark, to every beast of the earth. Thus I establish my covenant with you, never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of the flood, never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you, neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood, neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is the sign of the covenant which I make between me and you, and every living creature that is with you, for perpetual generations. And God said, This is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you, for perpetual generations. I set my rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be for the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. It shall be, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the rainbow shall be seen in the cloud. And it shall come to pass, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, the waters shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. And I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and the waters shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. The rainbow shall be in the cloud, and I will look on it to remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And God said to Noah, This is the sign of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth. And God said unto Noah, This is the token of the covenant, which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth. Now the sons of Noah who went out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham was the father of Canaan. And the sons of Noah, that went forth of the ark, were Shem, and Ham, and Japheth, and Ham is the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, and from these the whole earth was populated. These are the 3 sons of Noah, and of them was the whole earth overspread. And Noah began to be a farmer, and he planted a vineyard. And Noah began to be an husbandman, and he planted a vineyard. Then he drank of the wine and was drunk, and became uncovered in his tent. And he drank of the wine, and was drunken, and he was uncovered within his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his 2 brothers outside. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his 2 brethren without. But Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. And Shem and Japheth took a garment, and laid it upon both their shoulders, and went backward, and covered the nakedness of their father, and their faces were backward, and they saw not their father's nakedness. So Noah awoke from his wine, and knew what his younger son had done to him. And Noah awoke from his wine, and knew what his younger son had done unto him. Then he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants he shall be to his brethren. And he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren. And he said, Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant. And he said, Blessed be the Lord God of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and may he dwell in the tents of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant. God shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. So all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. And all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. Genesis 10. Now this is the genealogy of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And sons were born to them after the flood. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and unto them were sons born after the flood. The sons of Japheth were Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Tiras. The sons of Gomer were Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarmah. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Riphath, and Togarmah. The sons of Javan were Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. And the sons of Javan, Elisha, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. From these the coastland peoples of the Gentiles were separated into their lands, everyone according to his language, according to their families, into their nations. By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands, every one after his tongue, after their families, in their nations. The sons of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. And the sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, and Phut, and Canaan. The sons of Cush were Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Ramah, and Sabteca, and the sons of Ramah were Sheba and Dedan. And the sons of Cush, Seba, and Havilah, and Sabta, and Ramah, and Sabteca, and the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan. Cush begot Nimrod, he began to be a mighty one on the earth. And Cush begot Nimrod, he began to be a mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord, therefore it is said, like Nimrod the mighty hunter before the Lord. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord, wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod the mighty hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. From that land he went to Assyria and built Nineveh, Rehoboth-ir, Calah. Out of that land went forth Ashur, and builded Nineveh, and the city Rehoboth, and Calah. And Rezin between Nineveh and Calah, that is the principal city. And Rezin between Nineveh and Calah, the same is a great city. Mizraim begot Ludim, Anamim, Lehabim, Naphtuhim. And Mizraim begot Ludim, and Anamim, and Lehabim, and Naphtuhim. Pathrusim and Casluim, from whom came the Philistines and Caphtorim. And Pathrusim and Casluim, out of whom came Philistim and Caphtorim. Canaan begot Sidon his firstborn, and Hate. And Canaan begot Sidon his firstborn, and Hate. The Jebusite, the Amorite, and the Girgashite. And the Jebusite, and the Amorite, and the Girgasite. The Hivite, the Archite, and the Sinite. And the Hivite, and the Archite, and the Sinite. The Arvadite, the Zemarite, and the Hamathite. Afterward the families of the Canaanites were dispersed. And the Arvadite, and the Zemarite, and the Hamathite, and afterward were the families of the Canaanites spread abroad. And the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon as you go toward Gerar, as far as Gaza, then as you go toward Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, and Zeboim, as far as Lasha. And the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon, as thou comest to Gerar, unto Gaza, as thou goest unto Sodom, and Gomorrah, and Admah, and Zeboim, even unto Lasha. These were the sons of Ham according to their families, according to their languages, in their lands and in their nations. These are the sons of Ham, after their families, after their tongues, in their countries, and in their nations. And children were born also to Shem, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth the elder. Unto Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth the elder, even to him were children born. The sons of Shem were Elam, Ashur, Arphaxad, Lud, and Aram. The children of Shem, Elam, and Ashur, and Arphaxad, and Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram were Uzi, Hul, Gether, and Mash. And the children of Aram, Uzi, and Hul, and Gether, and Mash. Arphaxad begot Sulla, and Sulla begot Eber. And Arphaxad begot Sulla, and Sulla begot Eber. To Eber were born 2 sons, the name of one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. And unto Eber were born 2 sons, the name of one was Peleg, for in his days was the earth divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. Joktan begot Almadad, Shalef, Hazarmavath, Jerah. And Joktan begot Almadad, and Shalef, and Hazarmavath, and Jerah. Hadaram, Uzal, Diklah. And Hadaram, and Uzal, and Diklah. Obal, Abimael, Sheba. And Obal, and Abimael, and Sheba. Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. And Ophir, and Havilah, and Jobab, all these were the sons of Joktan. And their dwelling place was from Mesha as you go toward Sephar, the mountain of the east. And their dwelling was from Mesha, as thou goest unto Sephar, a mount of the east. These were the sons of Shem according to their families, according to their languages, in their lands, according to their nations. These are the sons of Shem, after their families, after their tongues, in their lands, after their nations. These were the families of the sons of Noah, according to their generations, in their nations, and from these the nations were divided on the earth after the flood. These are the families of the sons of Noah, after their generations, in their nations, and by these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. Matthew 9. So he got into a boat, crossed over, and came to his own city. And he entered into a ship, and passed over, and came into his own city. Then behold, they brought to him a paralytic lying on a bed. When Jesus saw their faith, he said to the paralytic, Son, be of good cheer, your sins are forgiven you. And, behold, they brought to him a man sick of the palsy, lying on a bed, and Jesus seeing their faith said unto the sick of the palsy, Son, be of good cheer, thy sins be forgiven thee. And at once some of the scribes said within themselves, This man blasphemes. And, behold, certain of the scribes said within themselves, This man blasphemeth. But Jesus, knowing their thoughts, said, Why do you think evil in your hearts? And Jesus knowing their thoughts said, Wherefore think ye evil in your hearts? For which is easier, to say, Your sins are forgiven you, or to say, Arise, and walk? For whether is easier, to say, Thy sins be forgiven thee, or to say, Arise, and walk? But that you may know that the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sins, then he said to the paralytic, Arise, take up your bed, and go to your house. But that ye may know that the Son of Man hath power on earth to forgive sins, then saith he to the sick of the palsy, Arise, take up thy bed, and go unto thine house. And he arose and departed to his house. And he arose, and departed to his house. Now when the multitude saw it, they marveled and glorified God, who had given such power to men. But when the multitude saw it, they marveled, and glorified God, which had given such power unto men. As Jesus passed on from there, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the tax office. And he said to him, Follow me. So he arose and followed him. And as Jesus passed forth from thence, he saw a man, named Matthew, sitting at the receipt of custom, and he saith unto him, Follow me. And he arose, and followed him. Now it happened, as Jesus sat at the table in the house, that behold, many tax collectors and sinners came and sat down with him and his disciples. And it came to pass, as Jesus sat at meat in the house, behold, many publicans and sinners came and sat down with him and his disciples. And when the Pharisees saw it, they said to his disciples, Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners? And when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto his disciples, Why eateth your master with publicans and sinners? When Jesus heard that, he said to them, Those who are well have no need of a physician, but those who are sick. But when Jesus heard that, he said unto them, They that be whole need not a physician, but they that are sick. But go and learn what this means, I desire mercy and not sacrifice. For I did not come to call the righteous, but sinners, to repentance. But go ye and learn what that meaneth, I will have mercy, and not sacrifice, for I am not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. Then the disciples of John came to him, saying, Why do we and the Pharisees fast often, but your disciples do not fast? Then came to him the disciples of John, saying, Why do we and the Pharisees fast oft, but thy disciples fast not? And Jesus said to them, Can the friends of the bridegroom mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them? But the days will come when the bridegroom will be taken away from them, and then they will fast. And Jesus said unto them, Can the children of the bridechamber mourn, as long as the bridegroom is with them? But the days will come, when the bridegroom shall be taken from them, and then shall they fast. No one puts a piece of unshrunk cloth on an old garment, for the patch pulls away from the garment, and the tear is made worse. No man putteth a piece of new cloth unto an old garment, for that which is put in to fill it up taketh from the garment, and the rent is made worse. Nor do they put new wine into old wineskins, or else the wineskins break, the wine is spilled, and the wineskins are ruined. But they put new wine into new wineskins, and both are preserved. Neither do men put new wine into old bottles, else the bottles break, and the wine runneth out, and the bottles perish, but they put new wine into new bottles, and both are preserved. While he spoke these things to them, behold, a ruler came and worshipped him, saying, My daughter has just died, but come and lay your hand on her and she will live. While he spake these things unto them, behold, there came a certain ruler, and worshipped him, saying, My daughter is even now dead, but come and lay thy hand upon her, and she shall live. So Jesus arose and followed him, and so did his disciples. And Jesus arose, and followed him, and so did his disciples. And suddenly, a woman who had a flow of blood for 12 years came from behind and touched the hem of his garment. And, behold, a woman, which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years, came behind him, and touched the hem of his garment. For she said to herself, If only I may touch his garment, I shall be made well. For she said within herself, If I may but touch his garment, I shall be whole. But Jesus turned around, and when he saw her he said, Be of good cheer, daughter, your faith has made you well. And the woman was made well from that hour. But Jesus turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, Daughter, be of good comfort, thy faith hath made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour. When Jesus came into the ruler's house, and saw the flute players and the noisy crowd wailing. And when Jesus came into the ruler's house, and saw the minstrels and the people making a noise, he said to them, Make room, for the girl is not dead, but sleeping. And they ridiculed him. He said unto them, Give place, for the maid is not dead, but sleepeth. And they laughed him to scorn. But when the crowd was put outside, he went in and took her by the hand, and the girl arose. But when the people were put forth, he went in, and took her by the hand, and the maid arose. And the report of this went out into all that land. And the fame hereof went abroad into all that land. When Jesus departed from there, 2 blind men followed him, crying out and saying, Son of David, have mercy on us. And when Jesus departed thence, 2 blind men followed him, crying, and saying, Thou Son of David, have mercy on us. And when he had come into the house, the blind men came to him. And Jesus said to them, Do you believe that I am able to do this? They said to him, Yes, Lord. And when he was come into the house, the blind men came to him, and Jesus saith unto them, Believe ye that I am able to do this? They said unto him, Yea, Lord. Then he touched their eyes, saying, According to your faith let it be to you. Then touched he their eyes, saying, According to your faith be it unto you. And their eyes were opened. And Jesus sternly warned them, saying, See that no one knows it. And their eyes were opened, and Jesus straitly charged them, saying, See that no man know it. But when they had departed, they spread the news about him in all that country. But they, when they were departed, spread abroad his fame in all that country. As they went out, behold, they brought to him a man, mute and demon-possessed. As they went out, behold, they brought to him a dumb man possessed with a devil. And when the demon was cast out, the mute spoke. And the multitudes marveled, saying, It was never seen like this in Israel. And when the devil was cast out, the dumb spake, and the multitudes marveled, saying, It was never so seen in Israel. But the Pharisees said, He casts out demons by the ruler of the demons. But the Pharisees said, He casteth out devils through the prince of the devils. Then Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues, preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. And Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues, and preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion for them, because they were weary and scattered, like sheep having no shepherd. But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them, because they fainted, and were scattered abroad, as sheep having no shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, The harvest truly is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Then saith he unto his disciples, The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Therefore pray the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into his harvest. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers into his harvest. Matthew 10. And when he had called his 12 disciples to him, he gave them power over unclean spirits, to cast them out, and to heal all kinds of sickness and all kinds of disease. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. Now the names of the 12 apostles are these: first, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother. Now the names of the 12 apostles are these: the first, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother. Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the tax collector, James the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddeus. Philip, and Bartholomew, Thomas, and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddeus. Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. These 12 Jesus sent out and commanded them, saying, Do not go into the way of the Gentiles, and do not enter a city of the Samaritans. These 12 Jesus sent forth, and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as you go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. And as ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out demons. Freely you have received, freely give. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils, freely ye have received, freely give. Provide neither gold nor silver nor copper in your money belts. Provide neither gold, nor silver, nor brass in your purses. Nor bag for your journey, nor 2 tunics, nor sandals, nor staffs, for a worker is worthy of his food. Nor scrip for your journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves, for the workman is worthy of his meat. Now whatever city or town you enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and stay there till you go out. And into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence. And when you go into a household, greet it. And when ye come into an house, salute it. If the household is worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it is not worthy, let your peace return to you. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it, but if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. And whoever will not receive you nor hear your words, when you depart from that house or city, shake off the dust from your feet. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when you depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. Assuredly, I say to you, it will be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment, than for that city. Behold, I send you out as sheep in the midst of wolves. Therefore be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves, be ye therefore wise as serpents, and harmless as doves. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to councils and scourge you in their synagogues. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. You will be brought before governors and kings for my sake, as a testimony to them and to the Gentiles. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, do not worry about how or what you should speak. For it will be given to you in that hour what you should speak. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not you who speak, but the Spirit of your Father who speaks in you. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. Now brother will deliver up brother to death, and a father his child, and children will rise up against parents and cause them to be put to death. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents, and cause them to be put to death. And you will be hated by all for my name's sake. But he who endures to the end will be saved. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. When they persecute you in this city, flee to another. For assuredly, I say to you, you will not have gone through the cities of Israel before the Son of Man comes. But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another, for verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel, till the Son of Man be come. A disciple is not above his teacher, nor a servant above his master. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for a disciple that he be like his teacher, and a servant like his master. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more will they call those of his household? It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? Therefore do not fear them. For there is nothing covered that will not be revealed, and hidden that will not be known. Fear them not therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. Whatever I tell you in the dark, speak in the light, and what you hear in the ear, preach on the housetops. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light, and what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. And do not fear those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul. But rather fear him who is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a copper coin? And not one of them falls to the ground apart from your Father's will. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing? And one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Do not fear therefore, you are of more value than many sparrows. Fear ye not therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. Therefore whoever confesses me before men, him I will also confess before my Father who is in heaven. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whoever denies me before men, him I will also deny before my Father who is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. Do not think that I came to bring peace on earth. I did not come to bring peace but a sword. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth, I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I have come to set a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's enemies will be those of his own household. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He who loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he who loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he who does not take his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross, and followeth after me, is not worthy of me. He who finds his life will lose it, and he who loses his life for my sake will find it. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. He who receives you receives me, and he who receives me receives him who sent me. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. He who receives a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he who receives a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward, and he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. And whoever gives one of these little ones only a cup of cold water in the name of a disciple, assuredly, I say to you, he shall by no means lose his reward. And whosoever shall give to drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. Psalms 5. Give ear to my words, O Lord, consider my meditation. To the chief musician upon Neoloth, a psalm of David. Give ear to my words, O Lord, consider my meditation. Give heed to the voice of my cry, my King and my God, for to you I will pray. Hearken unto the voice of my cry, my King and my God, for unto thee will I pray. My voice you shall hear in the morning, O Lord, in the morning I will direct it to you, and I will look up. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord, in the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and will look up. For you are not a God who takes pleasure in wickedness, nor shall evil dwell with you. For thou art not a God that hath pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee. The boastful shall not stand in your sight, you hate all workers of iniquity. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight, thou hatest all workers of iniquity. You shall destroy those who speak falsehood, the Lord abhors the bloodthirsty and deceitful man. Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing, the Lord will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. But as for me, I will come into your house in the multitude of your mercy, in fear of you I will worship toward your holy temple. But as for me, I will come into thy house in the multitude of thy mercy, and in thy fear will I worship toward thy holy temple. Lead me, O Lord, in your righteousness because of my enemies, make your way straight before my face. Lead me, O Lord, in thy righteousness because of mine enemies, make thy way straight before my face. For there is no faithfulness in their mouth, their inward part is destruction, their throat is an open tomb, they flatter with their tongue. For there is no faithfulness in their mouth, their inward part is very wickedness, their throat is an open sepulchre, they flatter with their tongue. Pronounce them guilty, O God. Let them fall by their own counsels, cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against you. Destroy thou them, O God, let them fall by their own counsels, cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against thee. But let all those rejoice who put their trust in you, let them ever shout for joy, because you defend them, let those also who love your name be joyful in you. But let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice, let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them, let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee. For you, O Lord, will bless the righteous, with favor you will surround him as with a shield. For thou, Lord, wilt bless the righteous, with favor wilt thou compass him as with a shield.